Welcome back to math, and this is lesson 511. We will be working on a new multiplication strategy today. It's called the break apart strategy, but first, some quick look cards. So I'm going to show you a quick look card, and what I want you to do instead on your whiteboard, so please have that handy. I want you to, after I show it to you for a second or two, I want you to write down a number model that will represent that quick look card. So for example, what I mean by that is this. So what'd you see? And I want you to write down number models for what you saw. So I saw two groups of 6, and I know that 2 times 6 is 12. I also know that 6 plus 6 is 12. So instead of just saying it out loud, we are going to also represent it with number models. So here's for you to do, and then we'll talk through it. I'm going to show it to you, and then on your whiteboard, write down number sentences that go with what you saw. Okay, go ahead and write down a number model, and I will do the same. If I'm thinking, let's see, I saw 3 groups of 6, and I know that that's 18. Other ways that I could see that is, again, I saw 3 groups of 6, so I can go 6 plus 6 plus 6. I know that 6 plus 6 is 12, plus another 6 is 18. Okay, one more. Ooh, what did you see? Write down what you saw. How did you see it? I saw 4 groups of 5, and I know that 4 times 5 is 20. Again, I saw 4 groups of 5, so I can write a number model of addition. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, my 4 5s that I saw, and I can add those together and get 20. So today what we did, instead of just telling me or talking about what we saw and how we saw it, we also took that and made it into number sentences. Okay, very good. I want you to get out your math journal and turn to page 185. Let's pause the video while you do that. All right, this is what page 185 looks like, and we're going to focus on the top part. We're going to focus on what is called the math message. You follow along while I read that aloud to you. The marching band is planning their next show. They begin by forming an array with 7 rows and 6 marchers in each row. Then they separate into 2 smaller arrays that still have 6 marchers in each row. So it says use centimeter cubes to show one way they could do this. Record your thinking by shading in squares on one of the grids below. Then repeat, showing a different way the band could do this. I don't know that you have that many centimeter cubes. I know I sent some home, but I don't think you have that many. But we could do this. You could get 2 different colors out, 2 different crayons or 2 different colored pencils. Okay? And what you need to do is see how you can make an array of 7 times 6, 7 rows, 6 marchers in each row. Okay? And maybe you can do some of the rows in red, some of the rows in blue. So I'm going to model that for you. I'm going to start with red. So I'm going to go back to the problem, and it says a 7 by 7 rows and 6 marchers in each row. So then they need to separate into 2 smaller arrays that still have 6 marchers in each row. Use centimeter cubes. Okay, so here's what I made really quick. I'm going to use these down here as my centimeter cubes. So I know that I need to have 7 rows. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I need to have 7 in a row, or 6 in each row. So I'm just going to duplicate some of these really quick. So that I can start. I'm just going to make an array for 6 times 7. So I'm going to pause and get that finished. Okay, so here's just a plain array for 7 rows with 6 marchers in each row. But I need to separate, because it says here that they separate into 2 smaller arrays that still have 6 marchers in each row. So I'm going to take my red cubes and I'm just going to cover my blue cubes up. Oh, would like to cover my blue cubes. Maybe I'll just change their color. Hold on one second. There we go. So this is an example of something that you can do. You can copy this, use your red and your blue colored pencils. I have 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 6 marchers in each row. Okay, so my original number model would have been 7 times 6. But what I did is I separated it into 2 smaller arrays, a blue array and a red array. So now it's not 7 times 6, but it's 5 times 6, which is 30, plus 2 times 6, which is 12, and 30 plus 12 is 42. So 7 times 6 must be 42. Let's try it again over here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to make another array using my blue and my red, and we're going to see how we can split that up into 2 smaller arrays. Hold on one second. So here's my array again, 7 times 6. 7 going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 marchers in each row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need to show a different way that we can make this be into 2 smaller arrays. So I'm going to use red, and I'm going to change these colors really quick here to show that I have a blue array and a red array. All right, so my blue array is 7 going down, 3 going across, and that's 21. My red array is 7 going down, 3 across, and that's 21. And I add the areas of those arrays together. 21 plus 21 is 42. So again, that's just another way to show that 7 times 6 is 42. This strategy that I showed you is called the break apart strategy, and that's what we are going to focus on today. At the bottom of your page, you see a number 1. We're going to work on this together. So I'm going to read it aloud and you follow along. You have a rectangular garden that is 7 feet wide and 8 feet long. You decide to plant flowers in one section and vegetables in another section of your garden. Sketch at least 2 different ways that you can partition, which means divide, your garden into 2 rectangular sections. And then you're going to label the side lengths of each of your new rectangles. So let's take a look at this first one right here. I'm going to partition one of those sides. I'm going to partition the 7 feet side. Now, when I partition that, I want to divide it into 2 parts that would equal 7. So what I mean by that is if I just draw a line right here, okay, and I know that I need 2 numbers that make 7. So 2 and 5 make 7. So now I am not going to use 7. I'm finished with it because I split that apart. I'm going to use 2 and 5 instead. And I can write my number models right in my new parts of my garden. Because remember, I want to plant flowers in one section and vegetables in another section. And I'm going to partition my garden into 2 rectangular sections, which is what I did. And my sections have to equal 7 because that's what I had over here. I had 7 feet. So now I have 2 feet and 5 feet. So I'm going to go 8 times 2 equals 16. And 8 times 5 equals 40. And I'm going to rewrite that down here because I know that 7 times 8, because I've partitioned my 7, it's going to be 8 times 2 plus 8 times 5. And 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 5 is 40. I add those together and get 56. So 7 times 8 is 56. I'm going to change to a different color. And I'm going to do that another way. Okay, let me get my color changed here. Come on, computer. We'll use blue. Okay, so I've got another garden right here. Same measurements, 7 feet and 8 feet. I split up the 7 side the last time. This time I'm going to split it down the 8 side. Now, when I partition, I don't need to have my numbers be the same. You know, because 8 is an even number. I could have 4 plus 4 if I wanted to. Or I could have 3 and 5. I'm going to do 3 and 5. So I'm going to divide it right here. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is 3 feet and this is 5 feet. I could have used 2 and 6. I could have used 7 and 1. I could have used 4 and 4, as long as it equals 8. So over in this section here, I'm going to go 8 times 5 equals 40. Oh, nope, I am not. I apologize. Let me take that back. Let me go backwards a little bit. And here's the mistake I made. And this is an easy mistake to make. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I have split apart 8 to 3 and 5. So when I use my number models, I'm not going to use 8 in my number models. I can only use 3 and 5. And I'm going to use 7. So instead, this is 7 times 5. Because it's still 7 feet long, but now it's 5 feet across here. And that equals 35. And on this one here, I'm going to go 7 times 3, which equals 21. So I can break that apart. 7 times 8 equals 7 times 3 for my first rectangle, plus my second rectangle, which is 7 times 5. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 7 times 5 is 35. I add those together, and I get, again, 56. So it's another way to show how I can figure out a multiplication problem. All right? We're going to do another one for practice here because we need some more practice, and that's okay. I have a rectangle that's 6 feet by 9 feet. I am going to break apart one side. I'm going to break apart the 9-foot side right here, and I'm going to make this be 5 feet and 4 feet. So it's going to be 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 times 4 is 24. So that means I know that 9 times 6 is the same as 6 times 5 plus 6 times 4. So it's going to be 30 plus 24, and that's going to be 54. So that means 9 times 6 equals 54. So work on this page as best you can.